First, in this freestyle series, we're going to introduce a new selector. Okay, so I'm just going to go to my new pen for exercise 3, my part 2, and I'm going to scroll down and let's take a look, and we'll basically highlight here the box sizing, which is the advanced CSS version of the CSS box model, which calculates any additional padding, border, and margin for us. Okay, so I'm going to comment out the box sizing here, like so. And this is a good example of using a comment to basically remove a property. So you can then go back and view the result. Okay, it's also good for the debugging process, but basically we're going to comment out the box sizing for H1. Let's save. And now let's go ahead and preview. And you'll see that H1 is now again based on the traditional box model. So that additional padding, the additional border is now being displayed. Okay, it's being added to the original 500. All right, so let's go back to our code, and I'm going to scroll up here to the top, and after the body element, so the body is the first element which is opening, so that's going to be first, and you want to try to place, you want to do your very best to place your CSS styles in the order of your HTML outline, your HTML content. It's easier to keep track of where things are, okay, and what's doing what. So after the body, I'm going to drop down and we're going to add an asterisk, and then we will add our curly brace. All right, so we've basically created our declaration block. And what we're doing is we're using the asterisk as what is called the Universal Selector. Okay, so what we place inside, the properties and their values we place inside this declaration block, well, they're going to be automatically applied to every other element, every tag, every compound selector, every ID, and every class. So if there's something that you're going to do over and over and over, then you can include that in your universal declaration, if you will. So what we're going to do is add our box sizing, and let's do border box. Okay, so box sizing, border box as a universal selector. And just as a reminder, in H1 we commented out box sizing. So let's save. And if we go back and we update our page, you will see that H1 is now taking on the property, using the property of box sizing, which is the advanced version of the CSS box model. Okay, so first concept in our freestyle, introducing a new selector, the Universal Selector. And again, the idea is to streamline your code. Why use the same property over and over and over in every rule you create when you can establish that property and apply it to all the rules simultaneously? Okay, so the Universal Selector.